I'm Philip.
I'm John.
Alright, and you all be doing the D&D stream.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Tell me what you really like about 5e.
It's kind of a hard question because it's the only one that we've played.
Okay. What do you like about that D&D in general?
The openness of it, just the ability to do, just the ability to do whatever you kind of are thinking of at the time.
Like a sandbox freedom thing?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Kind of similar. I like the role play, which is, the ability to just be someone else for a couple hours, put yourself in their shoes. What would they do?
Okay. Now, both of y'all are pretty good with voices. He, Philip more than you.
Yeah, Philip.
Philip has a wide range of voices. For example, what are some of the accents you enjoy doing?
Um, well, I've got my main character, Hank. He's a big old half-orc barbarian, and he talks like this. That one's not really that hard to do. It's just a deep, grumbly voice. And then I've got me rogue Shin Snipper. Sometimes he's a rogue, sometimes he's a bard. Depends on the game we're playing. And then I've got this heavy Scottish accent whenever I play a dwarf. I love it.
All that.
Yeah.
I know I kind of just showed off a bit there.
All right.
It's all in good fun.
No, both of y'all have dogs that frequent our workplace here. Tell us a little bit about your dogs.
Well, my dog is a pit bull, and her name is Toka. She's I guess you'd call her silver, deep gray, silver, blue eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very pretty dog, very hyper.
Very.
She's a puppy. She's not even a year old yet.
How did you come about getting
her? Me and my ex-girlfriend got her, and she moved away, and she's now our dog. So it's not just my dog anymore. It's all of our dog.
And I've got my dog Phoebe, who is a black lab pit bull mix. We think we're not quite sure. We found her on the street, so
yeah, she was actually roaming around our house, and we called him and was like, "Hey, you want a puppy?"
It was a literal rescue.
Yeah, as in wandered in a driveway.
Yeah, as like a little baby.
Yeah, little baby puppy.
How old's Phoebe now?
She's 4.5.
Yeah, so
no. Yeah, 4.5.
About 4.5. Yeah, it was like right after I got out of high school.
So. Tell me about some of the other interests you all have going into this. I know you're big into video games.
Yeah, I'm doing the Twitch streaming and stuff.
Okay.
But
what's your next big game you're gonna be streaming?
Cyberpunk when it comes out in about a week and a half. That's gonna be the best. Probably the big one that I'm gonna be doing next. And we usually stream Minecraft together with a couple of other people, which seems to be mainly what we're doing now. But besides that, kind of dabbling into the video editing a little bit, and might try a little bit of drawing, but I don't think that's going to stick very long. But I'm going to try it.
I'm the support class.
He's there. And we love him.
You always catch me in his streams. Sometimes I stream, but not too often.
No, what type of games do you usually stream?
I like big old grand strategy games, ranging from Age of Empires, Total War, Stellaris, stuff like that.
The games I don't have the attention span for. I like them. I just don't have the attention span for them.
Any other interest noteworthy?
Cosplay is definitely an interest, but we don't quite have the money to go out and buy costumes or we don't have the craftiness to make one. At least I don't.
I've tried it.
Tell us about that adventure.
I just bought some EVA foam and I was like, oh, this seems cool. I can mold it and do this, and it just kind of fell apart, and I was like, ah.
But we tried.
But we tried.
Yeah.
I tried, and we're probably still going to use that stuff, just not in that grand of a scale. So.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about the dice adventure.
The what?
Making your own dice.
We tried that too. We tried resin and all that stuff. We started off with making like the little dishes with the glitter and stuff in them, and then we tried the dice molding, and it actually worked out pretty well. And we might actually do that again, but right now that's kind of been put on hold too. So, but
We're gonna break into some of these old things and
Give 'em
hopefully
another try.
revive them and give them another try as funds become available.
yeah.
Um, what would y'all, as a long-term goal, like to see what we're trying to do? How do you see it hopefully going?
Not sure. Just kind of opening up the ability to do what we want, not kind of what we have to. I want to try this. Yep, I'm gonna go try that.
Definitely looking forward to the movie making stuff and the actual just the D&D stream. That's what I'm in it for.
Now, how long have you known Junior?
See, that's an interesting question. How long?
How long have we been close? Maybe about 6 years. How long have I known him? God, since he was like little.
See, how long have I known him? Probably about 6 years. How long have we been close? Probably these past 2 or 3.
Yeah. But how long have I known of his existence? A while.
I never knew about
Yeah,
him.
I knew of you when you were going to.
Bree doesn't talk about you.
I know. So yeah, back when y'all were like little kids going to like kindergarten and stuff, I knew who you were. So you were beat now. But I didn't care about you at that time. So.
No, each of y'all have your personalities naturally. No, your character, you're gonna be playing.
Warlock.
Okay, and you're gonna be doing
A bard.
a halfling, bard, and
Yeah, half elf.
half elf warlock. Okay, you're both arcane casters.
Yeah.
Of sorts.
Of sorts.
Charisma based.
Charisma based.
Do y'all see each other like supporting each other, or kind of staying away from each other, just kind of feeling out and how things go, and or the
like
relationship's going to be like a wave?
At the beginning, it's definitely going to be a feeling out, because with my character coming from the noble background and being raised, and he was pampered and schooled and all that stuff, definitely different from where you came from.
See, I think it'll depend a lot on how I meet his character, because Shin Snipper's big on first impressions. You know, he'll form an opinion about you like that, and then he'll try to play off of what he thinks about you.
I'm about to say, more than likely my character, because he's one of the more open ones, like you can do things and you know the consequences, all that stuff. I think the main thing he'd go off of is because he likes to soak up knowledge, even though he's a warlock. He could see him as a valuable learning tool with all like the street smarts and stuff like that. So
I could see you as a tool as well.
yeah.
All right. As far as the actual videos go, we are going to experiment with acting. None of us have done that.
No.
It's going to be.
None of us were in drama club or anything like that.
I was, but I was stage crew.
Bree too. Bree did have a couple parts.
She did.
Yeah, she.
So she's probably the most knowledgeable of It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
And win, lose, or draw, we're gonna put it on the internet and see how we do. It's for
It's
fun.
like an acting. Hey, you want to pay for acting classes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Just shut that part down. We're gonna go starting with cheap cameras and see what we can do. And hopefully the idea concepts we come up with will ride us out through the beginning. Because one thing we all definitely have is vivid imaginations.
Mhm.
And see how we can go with that. Tell me about your 3D printing experiments.
It was an experiment, all right. Um, I've printed a couple things with like standard filament printer. You get the hang of it after a little while, but then I just got busy and stopped for a while. And I would like to get back into it once I find a time and just a space for it, because right now my office is pretty crowded and cluttered. But
The printing army, like the 4D, 3D printers. And
no.
Now, hopefully we can play with some 3D modeling software and actually come up with our own custom minis.
See, that's the part that scares me.
That would be fabulous.
we have artist people though, so
Yeah. But none of them have done 3D art like that.
they can figure it out.
Yeah. The good thing about 3D printing, you don't have to worry about color schemes. It's
We
all
can throw it together,
great.
paint it.
Oh, let's get your opinion on some of the other people's talents in the group. Um, Tell me your impression on Becca's painting with the minis.
Fabulous.
Yeah. She wants to paint minis. Okay, well, I'll try to paint them. We're pretty good. Then she threw out the furniture stuff, and it was just like.
Yeah, here, paint all the minis. Yeah.
That's where it really stood out when she started to go into like the furniture and stuff like that, and putting little details on the wood and the little potion bottles and books and stuff like that.
Yeah, and we will highlight some of those in another video.
Yeah, because the way it started really was you said that if we painted minis, the more minis we painted, we'd get XP in our main campaign.
And she jumped on.
And I was like, cool, I painted a griffin. And then she goes, cool, I painted all of this. And I was like,
I'm like,
oh.
I painted this handful. He's like, I painted these two. And she's like, here's the rest of the table. And we're like, oh. So she definitely has more experience with it. She's had practice. And it's not even like she's got expensive paints or expensive brushes. She's like Walmart brushes, acrylic paint. So it'd be scary to see what she'd do with like Citadel paints and good brushes and get her like a spray booth and.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about Bree and her art.
I don't really know what to say about it because it's really good art. So I wish she'd do more of it, but I understand that she gets stressed about stuff. So it's like, I mean, because when she started in school, I was like, oh, she does art. She's pretty good at drawing, and then she just kept going and kept going and kept going, and I was like, oh, she's really good.
Yeah. I like the story how they told her about, oh, drawing hands is the most difficult thing you can do, and she jumped on it.
Yeah.
And again, we'll show some art clips.
That's hard to do. You can't do it.
She excels at hands, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Anything, any of her pictures involving like hands or something are just.
I'd like to do. Now this isn't something we've actually talked about before, but I'd like to do the like a charity stream
Mm-hmm.
for like the ALS thing,
Mm-hmm.
and that picture she drew, actually make prints of it, and people that donate and give them one of the prints.
Yeah.
I think that would be an interesting thing.
Get her to draw something on stream real quick while we're doing it. While we do weird, goofy stuff around her.
Yeah, that would go south quick. Yep. No, and you play instruments as well.
One instrument.
Which instrument?
The saxophone. Haven't played it for about 6 years now. I could probably pick it back up again.
We're gonna find that out.
Yeah.
And we want the challenge accepted. Because with Becca's singing, you with the saxophone, Aaron with the guitars, and the trumpet, be interesting to see what y'all can come up
We'll
with.
get Philip a flute. What we get?
No.
Ching, ching,
Oh, yeah.
ching.
More
No,
cowbell.
I actually had piano lessons.
Oh, that's true.
I can play a piano, but it's been years since I've even looked at sheet music.
Well, you
do
could-
that. That's not hard.
Yeah, basic rhythm on a piano. It, all in all, it's just, okay, let's come up with a bunch of concepts and ideas, act on them, and see what happens. Now, you all were talking about cosplay. How deep do you all want to get into the cosplay thing?
I want to try to make some stuff myself, but also, if we could get like people to make us stuff in War, oh yeah, I'd get fully into that. Like walk around in like big fantasy armor and shit like that.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to do some traveling and go to some of the different things.
Conventions whenever they open up again.
Yeah, a lot of the things have gotten social distanced.
Yeah.
Temporarily.
Yeah, we'll see how all that goes. All right. Well, appreciate y'all's time. And